Dear students, welcome you all for the fourth session of Human Resource Management, Chapter 3. So, in this session, we are going to discuss various external sources of recruitment. So, my presentation will contain various external sources of recruitment, merits of external sources of recruitment, and demerits of external sources of recruitment. So, let's discuss one by one. The first one is campus recruitment. It is one of the most common and traditional way of filling the vacancies for the company. In this method, the companies who require fresh or inexperienced candidates in the field of management or engineering or technology, information technology, or accountants or fresh graduates or postgraduates or other technical field, they directly visit the campus of the professional institutes, universities, and colleges. So, recruiters develop a team of themselves and prepare a basic or initial presentation to all the students and then stimulate all the students to apply for the job. So, this is one of the very important external sources of recruitment where the recruitment team of the organization recruits directly from the school campuses or college campuses. Second one, job fairs. In job fairs, various professional and educational institutions come together at one place and they also inform all the prospective recruiting organizations at that place and ask them to pick up the candidates at one place. So here students or candidates who wants to attend the job fair has to pay a nominal fee and they can attend any companies of their choice. So rest of the recruitment process and selection process is informed by the concerned company. The advantage of this job fairs is so companies will get best candidates from a pool of so many candidates because any candidates can attend this job fair from various institutions. So here all the candidates from different institutions come together at one place and also at the same time many organizations who require vacancies will come together at one place. So here the candidates who require or who aspire to join any organization can attend the interview and their selection process and can get selected in the organization. Third one, placement consultants. The companies who cannot undertake the recruitment process can give their job to placement consultants. So these placement consultants, what they do is they will have a database of many candidates who are highly qualified, who are highly potential, who have highly skilled and experienced, have a lot of competencies. So they will have a database. So here the organization can ask the placement consultant to give the required candidates to them. So for that organization has to pay certain consultancy fees. So here the organization can easily get the best candidates of their choice from the database that the placement consultants keep. So it is easier way of recruiting the employees. Then fourth one, headhunting. If the company require highly skilled, experienced, a senior employee or for a top level job, then they can do it by searching in other organizations. So in other organizations, there may be some employees who are highly qualified, highly competitive, they have a lot of experience and they are senior and holding top positions, so they can convince them and make them apply for the organizations. So this is also called as executive search or headhunting. So here you stimulate that candidate to apply for the job and give him the good package so that he can serve in the organization. Public employment exchange. So public employment exchanges are set up by government and government institutions. So as per the Public Employment Exchange Act, it is compulsory for certain types of organizations to inform regarding the vacancies to these exchanges and for some public sector companies, they have to fill certain positions from the list available from public employment exchange. So what the candidate will do is, candidates, those who want to get listed in public employment exchange, will register themselves by giving their resume and other details, and whenever there is a job, whenever there is a vacancy, so a SMS or information will be sent to certain prospective candidates and they will apply for the job, so through which organizations also will get their candidates for the suitable job. So GATE applications means, here what happens is, people who directly approach the company for the job. So sometimes what happens is, people directly send their resumes or send their job applications to the company, or sometimes company, they may announce their job vacancies near the gate. So usually for skilled and unskilled jobs, this particular source is applied. So here directly applications are sent to the concerned organizations, and organization will verify the applications and will call them for the interview, or they may ask them to attend for the interview, or they may ask for the ask to join for the job. So this is how the GATE applications method is done. The next one, professional associates. So the professional associations are the associations who maintain the biodata and database of various prospective candidates, and whenever the organization has any vacancies, they will directly contact the professional associations, because they will have the contact or database of all the suitable prospective candidates with different qualification, different skills and different competencies. So they can give this database to the company, and company can select the candidates and ask the suitable employees to apply for the job. For that, the organization has to pay some fees to the professional associations. We have so many associations like LinkedIn, we have Monster, Times Jobs, so many associations are there who maintain the database of various prospective candidates. Next one, similar organizations. So another way of recruitment is recruiting from the similar organization. For example, if your organization is an IT organization, you can get to the employees from other IT organizations. You can stimulate them to apply for the job. You can give them higher packages than what is offered by the present organization. So this is the way the organization can get experienced, skilled employees from the similar organization or their competitors. Next one, trade unions. So trade unions is another external source of recruitment. The trade unions will have so many members. All these members are employees, either skilled or unskilled employees. So if the company require any skilled or unskilled employees, they can directly contact the trade union leaders, and they can get the database from these leaders, and they can recruit the employees directly from the trade unions. Next, labor contractors. Even labor contractors who are supplying laborers to different companies will have the list of various laborers, especially the unskilled laborers. So if the company wants any unskilled laborer for their organization, they can directly contact the labor contractors and they can recruit such employees to their organization. And next one, raiding and poaching. So raiding is actually an unlawful practice where the present organization induces an employee who is working in another organization to leave his present job and join the organization for better salary or for better package. So main advantage from raiding is you will get good knowledge, good skilled and experienced employee from other organization. Even poaching is also unlawful practice where under this method, the organizations will directly target the employees of competitors or former employees. So they are persuaded to apply for the job and they will be given higher packages so that they can leave the competitors' organization and join the organization. The next one is body shopping. Body shopping means here professional institutes and some training institutes develop certain human resource by training them, by coaching them, by giving them the orientation and make them highly qualified, highly experienced, highly skilled. So now instead of organization who wants who wants to fill the vacant position, instead of going anywhere and searching, they can directly contact these professional institutes and they can recruit any employees of their choice. So that's why it is called as body shopping. They can choose any employee of their choice for their organization. Next one, consulting. So if any organizations who are busy and who are not able to go for the recruitment process, they can ask the employees who are interested to join the organization to consult. So they can go to the organization, consult the HR manager with regard to various positions, with regard to various requirements and specifications, and if he is interested, he can apply for the job. The next, walk-in. So you might have seen so many organizations giving the advertisement walk-in. Walk-in means directly you have to walk into the organization and attend the interview without any sending the applications, without anything. So many companies do this walk-in drive so that they can get the employees immediately without wasting time. So here candidates have to directly attend the interview without sending any application. So once if they are selected in interview, then the next selection procedure will start. Then 15th one is advertisements. So many companies give advertisement in leading newspapers, in leading news channels, in leading serials, leading shows, so that the prospective suitable qualified candidates can apply for the job. Then 16th one, telecasting. So companies also follow the method of telecasting in very popular shows, for example Big Boss, or maybe the cricket show, or maybe other comedy shows. So during this show, many people will be watching. So that time, if they give the advertisement, if they telecast about the vacancy positions, then it can reach to so many candidates, and suitable candidate can apply for the job. Then 17, internet. So it is also called as online recruitment. So through internet, the companies can give advertisement through social media. They can give the advertisement in websites. They can give the advertisement in YouTube channels, so that it will reach to so many other candidates, so that suitable, skilled, experienced candidate can apply for the job. So these are the various external sources of recruitment. Now let's see whether what are the advantages and disadvantages of the external sources of recruitment. So first of all, merits of external sources of recruitment. First one, attracts fresh talent. See, in external sources of recruitment, we are recruiting from outside the organization. So they are completely fresh to the organization. So we will get the fresh talents within the organization. Then suitable candidates. So in external sources of recruitment, there is a strict, rigorous selection procedure is followed. And it is not, you are not asking 1 or 2 employees to apply for the job. You are asking 1,000 lakhs of candidates to apply for the job. So when you make many candidates to apply, you will get a best employee. Then unbiased selection. So there is no bias in the selection. You do not know who are the people who are going to apply. The recruitment team will not know who are these students, who are these candidates. So that time there is a unbiased selection. The experience and expertise of other organizations. So in external sources of recruitment, there is a possibility that you can get the people from your similar organization, you can get the people from your rivalry organization, so that expertise can be utilized within the organization. Good mix of human resource. So another advantage of external source of recruitment is good mix of human resource. Here the people from all over the world, all over the states will apply for the job. So it is a mixture of various culture, traditions, mix of knowledge, experiences, all these things. It is good for the organization. Then likewise, there are demerits also. So what are the demerits? First one, reduce the morale of the existing employees. So existing employees think that they are not given any chances. They are not given the opportunity for higher positions. So it will reduce the value of their value towards the organization, value their reputation towards the organization. Then second one, may lead to dissatisfaction. Definitely it will lead to dissatisfaction to the present employees who are working in the organization, because if the external candidates are given opportunity to fill the vacant position, higher positions, higher level jobs, then they will definitely demotivated and it will lead to dissatisfaction. Takes long time. So external source is not easy. It will take months, years to gather. Then costly affairs. So a lot of expenses are involved. sometimes outsourcing, sometimes advertisement. There are a lot of expense involved in external sources of recruitment. So that's all from this session. Thank you for watching this video.